It's been a while since I've made a video, so I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a 9-month update because 9 months with my ostomy, listen, it's been a crazy ride beginning to end, and I literally cannot believe that it's been 9 months already, but it has, and I'm so excited. And I honestly didn't even realize that it's been 9 months until last month. I wanted to post about my ostomy, and I was like, oh, let me wait until like a month mark. And then I was like, wow, it's been 8 months. So I decided to hold off to wait till 9 months because 9, like, it just made sense. Like, new quarter, something. Yeah, anyway. So, 9 months with my ostomy, and as crazy as it sounds, I don't know if I want to get rid of it. Like, I truly love my ostomy. I'm so grateful. I still have times like I get sick, and honestly, I just recently experienced like a stomach bug or like food poisoning or something with an ostomy. Y'all, that was a hot mess, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But it, as horrible as it was, getting a stomach bug with Crohn's before an ostomy was way worse. Like, it just hurt so bad. And this hurt, like, it hurt like you had to stay on top of it, like with the bag and everything. It was a whole situation. But it was easier to get on top of. And I have a colostomy, so not an ileostomy, so my output isn't super heavy. I actually take Miralax to kind of, you know, if I feel like I haven't had enough output. But so I think that my opinion is a little bit different. So if you have an ileostomy, then you probably have a lot higher output than I do. But for me, it was my colostomy. My output is like way less, which is crazy because getting diagnosed with Crohn's, some people deal with constipation, some people deal with diarrhea a lot. And like before having my bag, I was going to the restroom 24/7. It was horrible. Like, I was always in the restroom. I felt like I was in the restroom, honestly, more than I wasn't. And now that I have a colostomy bag, it's like, hello, are you, wake up, are we, I know, you know, why aren't we going to the restroom as much? I'm grateful for it. Listen, nobody wants to be going to the bathroom that much, so I'm extremely grateful. But I don't know why it changed. Maybe because like we got rid of like a piece of my colon, like maybe, you know, getting rid of that disruption kind of helped me not go as much. So I don't know anything about the body for real. I'm just learning as I have had to because of my Crohn's, because of my ostomy. So I don't know in real life what the science is behind that. Maybe I'll do my research and figure it out and then make another video. We'll see. But yeah, I'm extremely grateful for my colostomy. 9 months out, but I'm going to give you the real. I didn't know that I was going to get a colostomy. I went into the doctor because I was like super sick, could not like sick. And so I went to the doctor. I had started a new doctor because I had moved back home. I started a new doctor on like Tuesday. Thursday he sent me to a colorectal surgeon, and I had to see him for them to do like a scope and like some other things. And then Friday he said I had to have surgery for them to go in and do a scope and be able to see kind of what was going on. Friday when I woke up from that surgery or that procedure, he was like, hey, we think that you need an ostomy. So it's not looking okay. Actually, you're really bad, and we don't know how you've been making it so far. I'm like, bro, look, me neither, okay? So, okay, what do we have to do? He's like, you have to receive an ostomy. I don't even know what an ostomy is. He tries to give me like the bare minimum. He's like, look it up tonight, and you're having your surgery in the morning. So I had less than 24 hours between finding out that I had to have an ostomy and having the procedure. And he's basically like, I mean, like, you like low-key don't have a choice. Obviously I had a choice, but like, this is highly recommended. So I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. If I knew what I was getting myself into, or even what the first 6 months would be like, I don't know if I would have did it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I probably am lying because like now that I'm 9 months out, like I'm extremely grateful. But the first 6 months were trash, so trash. And like prior to that, I had a laparoscopy for endometriosis, and then I had like other surgeries. So I know that my body heals a lot slower than other people. Did not think the healing process for this ostomy would be so tragic, even though I heal slower. I had an ostomy nurse come in for a while, which was awesome. They were great. Learning how to change this mug, boy. When I tell you the first time that I changed my bag, I legitimately threw it. I threw it. It was horrible. It's literally like nothing that I've ever experienced, but now that I've had it for 9 months, I would not change it for the world. Just because like I honestly was going to the restroom like 20 times a day, and that's not the way that any person should live. Granted, if I get sick, or if maybe I eat something that doesn't agree with me, or if I eat something that's hard to come through my ostomy, I experience a lot of pain. And right now, I don't know if I'm like approaching a flare-up or what's going on, but I've been having a lot more pain and a lot more symptoms than usual. And it's just been a little bit of a doozy. So, but even with all of that, I feel so much better than I did before. And I don't know if it's a combination of like having an ostomy and starting Stelara or what. But 9 months out, I would not change it for anything. And now that I've gained my weight back, like I was so sick before that I had gotten down to like 97 pounds. Now I'm like 120 something. I don't know for real, because I don't have a scale, because I was obsessing over my weight, and it's not healthy. But I know that I've gained weight. I know that, people have noticed that I've gained weight, which I'm super grateful for, because being 97 pounds is not fun. Physically, it's hard. Like it's so hard to do things. I'm 5'5", so 5'5", 97 pounds, girl, what? And then trying to wear clothes, feeling confident, in your body, knowing that you're going places, looking sick, like it was just rough. But thanks to my ostomy, like I've been able to gain my weight back, and my Stelara isn't 100% doing its job. Like I still have, like I don't think that I should be having as many flares as I do, or like having it as hard as I do, or as many symptoms as I do, or taking as many pain pills as I do. But life looks so much better. So I can only imagine what life is gonna look like once we actually find medication that will work for me. I hope that I don't have to have any more surgeries in relation to my ostomy, or having any more of my colon removed. But if I do, maybe it'll be okay, because I kind of know what to expect, and I know that it's for the greater good. So my colostomy is reversible. Like I can have it reversed at any time if my doctors feel that I'm ready. But he told me not to worry about when I could have my colostomy reversed, but just worry about getting healthy, which I think that I'm definitely doing or trying to do, minus this little miniature flare or something. Whenever I get sick, it kicks my Crohn's like into overdrive, and it's like, bro, I can't deal with all of this. Like, body, do your job, because no. So I think that's what happened, but it's okay. I'm be better, and this is way better than before I had a colostomy. Like being sick like this is way better, because like even though like you used to have to go to the restroom sometimes because like the whole mucus and all of that, I don't go as much as before. Like it's a little bit less painful than before. So I have Crohn's in my entire GI tract, and I also have Perianal Crohns, and something called Proctitis. So the girl is just jacked up, like all the way down, all the way. It's just a lot. Which I didn't know if I wanted to share that, but just in case there's somebody else who's dealing with that as well, it's trash. It's so trash. So like for me, like my bottom and like going to the restroom like normal is way more painful, because like I have like crazy inflammation like in my rectum. So it's painful. Like I sit on ice packs a ton, or it's hard to sit down, or I have to sit with like one leg under me, which is why I'm leaning right now, because I'm sitting with one leg under me, because like I said, I'm in like a mini flare or something. And like I've just learned what's comfortable for me. If you have Crohn's, and you're thinking about getting an ostomy, 1, do your research. 2, I hope this is why you're watching this video, or maybe you have one and you're like, I need more information. This is terrible. What is life? It's truly not that bad. It gets easier. I wear like spandex to keep my colostomy down. And realistically, like now, 9 months later, well, and I did like for a long time in the beginning, but now, 9 months out, nobody even cares. Like, I used to not want to have my bag out if people were around. Now I'm like, okay, you're gonna see this bag, so like it's just a part of me. So once you accept that you have an ostomy and that this is a part of you and that you had to do it for health reasons, and once you acknowledge that your health is so much better, or once you're able to see how much better your health is, it gets so much easier. Like, my ostomy is a part of me, and I cannot even imagine having to go back to using the restroom like 20 times a day. And I honestly think that, you know, part of the reason why I want to keep it for a long time is that I don't know what life is going to look like if I don't have it. Like, am I better enough to where if we reverse it, I won't have to go back to it? Or like, should I just keep it? I know that it's a little tricky, you know, when it comes to like dating or something, because there's so many mental things that come with, will somebody accept this part about me? Or even just having friends over, like if I have to empty my bag when friends are over, like is this going to be awkward? And yeah, it is kind of, but like people who are truly there for you, people who truly love you, like I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like everybody has to go to the restroom. You just go to the restroom a little bit different, but your health is a #1 priority. And that was extremely hard for me to accept in the beginning, but it's fact. Honestly, we're more self-conscious about it than we have to be, because nobody really knows that it's there. Like, I've told people that I have an ostomy, and I've had people ask me like, where's your ostomy bag at? Because they can't see it under my clothes. So like the little things that we stress about aren't the things that truly matter. Like, your health is what really matters. Getting to a better place to where you can somewhat live life on a day-to-day, and having the ability to not feel well and not have to like get up and go to the restroom if you don't have to, or you know, if mucus isn't a problem, it's fire. Not gonna lie, it's lit. Might be lazy of me to say, but I can just be chilling and like life happened and I didn't even realize. I don't know, you have to be more cautious of certain things, and you have to worry about like breakouts on your skin, and like really like focus on taking care of the area around your ostomy, and like bag changes, and if you don't have time, like it just adds like another it just adds more time to like getting ready. But I would trade that, because sometimes like I would be getting ready and couldn't go anywhere because I had to run back to the bathroom. So I think that, I mean, once you consider fully both sides of it, having an ostomy is truly amazing. And like I've said over and over again, I don't think that I would go back. I don't think that I would change it. I think that the hardest part for me with an ostomy, because I have the perianal Crohn's and like a lot of issues like with my rectum, whenever I'm sick and like everything is active, that's a hot mess. So if you have like perianal Crohn's, which not very many people do, I've learned, which is trash, or you have perianal but you don't have it active in your colon also, it's just active in your rectum, but like I have it active all over. So yeah, it's not that exciting, but it gets better. I would just highly recommend an ostomy and focusing more on your overall health than the ostomy itself, because I spent so much time worrying about what other people would think that I missed. And luckily I didn't have time to think about it. Like it had to happen, like 24 hours, boom. But even after it, like I just spent so much time worrying about what other people would think, that I missed out on how it had truly changed my life and how much better I feel like I said, I'm not out of the woods because my doctors are still trying to find like the perfect regimen for my medicine. So all in all, after all of my rambling, I came on here to say, if you have an ostomy, if you're thinking about getting an ostomy, if you're in like your very beginning stages with your ostomy and life is trash or you feel like it's trash, I promise you it gets better. I didn't know if it would for me, but it took me about a solid 6 months before life started to get back on track, before I was able to begin to do things on my own. And that's okay. Give your body time to heal, because like once you've healed, like it's so much better and you're able to do so much more. And I'm extremely grateful for all the things that I've been able to do prior to this current flare. Especially if your doctors are able to get your regimen in order prior to your ostomy or whenever. It's so much better because hopefully you won't have to deal with flare-ups like I do. But just hang in there. It's not as bad as it seems. It is going to get better. And if you have a loved one with an ostomy, be strong for them. Because there's so many things that we think about with an ostomy or overthink that we shouldn't. And really just to be able to have support from our loved ones makes the process so much easier, or it did for me, because I was too busy worried about like, you know, oh, I used to look like this, or oh, you know, just too many things. Like your mind goes everywhere. So just like if you have somebody in your life who has an ostomy, remind them that they're beautiful, remind them that their health comes first. Don't treat them like they're different. Like don't put so much emphasis on the fact that they have an ostomy. I think that was my thing too. Like I wondered, you know, would people be afraid of me? Like would they be able to hug me or whatever? And you honestly, like you can't feel it. It doesn't, I guess your colon doesn't have nerve endings. So like you can't feel, like it doesn't, touching it and stuff doesn't really bother it. I mean, obviously you can't just be like slapping it or anything like that, but it's not painful. Like love on them, whatever you want to do, like it's okay. It's not, you're not gonna hurt them unless they're having other pain associated with something else. But the ostomy itself is not anything to be afraid of if you have an ostomy or if you know someone who has an ostomy, because it's an amazing thing. And 9 times out of 10, it's saving your life or saved your life. I hope this video was informative. I don't really know. I think I did more rambling than anything. But I love you guys, and I hope to talk to you soon. Ultimately, I just wanted to say that I made it 9 months with an ostomy, and I'm doing fine, and life is great. And I'm so excited. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to reverse my ostomy, but we'll see. Stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. Love you.